Hello, my name is Storm here. Welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In the last episode, we continued working on the Storm Coast. We ran across a dragon fighting a giant.
I had no idea Lady Beverly was one of your people. You might have told me before I embarrassed myself.
Okay. And then we encountered a cave. We explored the cave that actually dumped us right next to a campsite. Went ahead and set that up. We also closed one of the rifts there. Got some power points. We're actually up to the 8 power that we need to do some of the basic stuff. But we came back and we did some work on the war table here. And one other thing we did was we unlocked our specializations, or at least the ability to unlock the specializations. And we have the various specialists here in Skyhold. So that gives us 3 choices. One is the Knight Enchanter, one is the Rift Mage, and one is the Necromancer. And I wanted to ask for some feedback, see what you guys thought I should do. And, you know, I had mentioned that I had played Knight Enchanter before. It's pretty awesome. You're a one-man wrecking machine, and, you know, as I said, you can get to the point where you can solo dragons. But basically the encouragement was to go ahead and do something different than what I'm used to, which that's probably a good idea. And there was a suggestion maybe we could try Necromancer, but I'm not sure how useful it's gonna be. But I was looking at some of the abilities of the Rift Mage, and they look pretty crazy, and I'm kind of excited to actually do the Rift Mage. So I think that is the option I'm going to go with this time around. It looks like you can like knock people around, you can throw rocks, it's going to be interesting. So I hope it should be fun. But here we are, back at the war table. We need to collect the missions that we had queued up. First things first, hinterland resources. We got some elf fruit. That's not exactly what I had hoped for, but it is what it is. We need metals, is what we need. So, some onyx would have been much more useful. Alright, so gain Orzamar's friendship. I found a sigil. Sigils can be attached to armors and give special bonuses with unique hindrances. Our emissaries have returned. Orzammar has pledged to our cause. Some of the most formidable warriors from the Legion of the Dead. According to the king, they are veteran darkspawn hunters, absolutely fearless. The king also graciously offered to share Orzammar's wealth. He recognizes the threat Corypheus poses. Very nice. So we got the sigil of the Great Bear. Alright, upon the waking sea, we found what we were looking for, an ancient vault all but buried in the thick vegetation at the heart of the island. No doubt untouched for over 1,000 years. The effort to open the vault without setting off traps was considerable. What we found within was interesting. According to an agent named Rion, this was the retreat of one of the last of Andraste's disciples, a guardian who fled some manner of attack on the site of the sacred ashes. He expected reinforcement by other disciples who never arrived. Whatever texts the man thought to preserve have mostly crumbled, but we recovered a number of other artifacts from the site. It is a significant find and will undoubtedly prove of great interest to Chantry scholars, even if it will take them years to sort through all the debris. So we got the enhanced belt of urgency. Alright, I'm going to queue up some more stuff. Gather coin, investigate Frostback Basin. No, we're going to go for the search for the Hack Rider. This is going to be Varric here. Ruffles, which is Josephine, I think. First off, you play a mean hand of Wicked Grace. Second, the lead you dug up for me on finding this Balinforth guy in Kirkwall is starting to show some promise. I got my editor to look around for me. She's a coterie boss, so people tell her things whether they want to or not. She tracked down the poor sod carrying the manuscripts out of Kirkwall. This is where it gets weird. The courier is a magistrate, Lord Werner Camring. The coterie won't touch him with a 10-foot pole. Maybe you could have a polite word with him for me? A magistrate courier? He has to be involved in something else. Let's find out what. I motivated favors in the Viscount's office. I could call one in. It's like, I have a friend in the Kirkwall Guard. She might be willing to talk to this magistrate. Let's go with Liliana on this.
Inquisitor.
And what's this? Strike a bargain with the merchant princes. This is definitely Josephine all the way. Inquisitor, the allied merchants of the monarch of Antiva have inquired whether they can assist us in any fashion. Provide us with some of the finest goods in Thedas, a powerful boost to our prestige, and spread our influence north. The merchant princes will also attempt to ensnare us in contracts so convoluted that we will be eternally tied to them. If we are interested, we must send our most skilled negotiators. Our diplomats are well respected, and I feel we can come out ahead of the bargain if we are prepared to commit to it. Ambassador Montelier. Go for it, Josephine. And let's see, let's head over to Orlais. So the only real option we have right here is observing the deadlock. It was to be expected in the wake of so many important deaths and the rise of the Inquisition, several noble houses are attempting to spur their fortunes by crafting an alliance of their own. For now, they seem mired in arguments of seniority. It will be a long time before any of them threaten our standing. Cullen says, I say invite them to observe our soldiers' training to show that we are not heretical outlaws.
All right.
Sure, go for it. Alright. So, what we're going to need to do the Rift Mage thing is we need to craft the... See, was the writing on Rift Magic? Hold on. I'll have to check in a second. Let's see. It was a journal. Inquisitor's Path. Way of the Rift Mage. Assemble a Tome of Rifts. Study Rift Magic, and your trainer will reveal the secrets of the Rift Mage specialization. We need to acquire the writing on Rift Magic. Get 3 Venatori tones and 10 ring velvet. Okay. I've been looking at this, and it says that the writing on Rift Magic can be obtained at the table in Solus's room in Skyhold. Okay. Which Solus's room should be... here? Way of the Rift Mage. From power bleeds, harness the flow. Your trainer's words make one passage stand out. There are no tomes dedicated to this manipulation. There has been no time for academics, only the practical, and not in a manner that mitigates risk. Power in a raw form has found an outlet, both visible and in ways that only we of arcane proclivity can sense. The risk is great. An account. From this page forward, these are the notes of Thelric. They began as the work of my mentor Julian, and I will continue in the research she began, as she cannot because she is dead. The rift we were examining did not react well to her last investigation. We believed ourselves prepared for demonic manifestation. We were not prepared for how the energies we expected would be encountered. Well versed in the forces that magic can produce, my senior was surprised by an alteration, a deviance. That which previously had to be coaxed is now a flood that must be staunched. The same amount in different intensity, quick to expose fault in the way it is accessed. She drew too much, expecting resistance. There was none, and her form suffered the brunt. Tread carefully in the studies of new matters, for I cannot unsee the end of her. Scattered symbols and sketches follow. Okay, so that should... Inquisitor's Path, we should probably just flag that. Alright, so now we need 3 Venatori tomes and 10 ring velvet, which we have none. So where do we get the Venatori tomes? Just a second. Okay, so Venatori tomes are looted from, well, Venatori. And they can be looted from any Venatori. There's a bunch in the Exalted Plains. But we can also get them from Dorian's quest. One less Venatori. Venatori killed with Dorian. So we need to bring Dorian around. And do we know where these guys are? There's one in the hinterlands. There's two in the hinterlands. Are these the only two that we know of at the moment? It appears so. But those are probably our first two targets. So, we're going to head to the hinterlands. We're going to head for this guy first. And because we are doing this, we're going to bring Dorian. We're bringing Cassandra. And we are never leaving Skyhold without Iron Bull in the party. Alright, here we go. So let's head out. I'm actually going to... Oh. I'm going to stay on foot, actually. Because this shouldn't be too far away. I'm interested to see what kind of banter we might get between Dorian and Iron Bull. Since, well, Tevinter and the Kunari are at war and have been for quite some time. Ooh, there's something hostile up here. Hello. Let's dispel. There's no magical effects we need to dispel.
No way these are just bandits. Too well armed, too well organized.
Alright, well, let's press on. Alright. Let's begin.
One down.
Alright, let's see if we got what we came for. Faint touch, darken, Samite. It doesn't appear so. Unfortunate. Alright, so this guy's way down here, which we need to make our way south. I think for this we will mount up. Really? Bandits? Grab their loot, and I guess we'll just keep pressing on. Ah, is this one of the watch? This is one of the watchtowers that we had constructed. Ah, nice. It looks like that we have basically impassable mountains here, so we're gonna have to find another way south. Maybe if we follow this river. It's been a while since I played it. I don't quite remember the geography. There's something else over here? No, actually there isn't. Templar encampment. Great, Templar still here? Doesn't look like it. Oh well, we'll loot what we can. Alright, can we continue on? Oh, there appears to be some iron.
We should search the area.
Apparently there's something in the area. What's this? Some iron bark. Oh, this is that waterfall we got that map for. Okay, I don't think we can continue south from here. We may have to head over here. See if we can't find a way south. This way. It looks like there's another waterfall here, but there's a couple of things we can do at this lake. We need take a blood lotus to the lake, and the Ballad of Lord Woolsey. Oh, that's the guy that supposedly has the talking goat. Warlord Greatsword. And another Belt of Urgency. Is that better than what Iron Bull is currently using? No, not even close. Oh, there's a different looking goat.
Lord Wolseley, I presume. A young man named Jimmy would very much like you to return home. Oh, good.
Okay, apparently it's heading home, and that got us a PowerPoint. Alright then. Alright, let's proceed down this way and we'll see what we run into. A letter found on a corpse. She told us right and proper, son. 3 times around the crown statue. Right hand close enough to brush the stone itself. And the spirits will listen. Everything else has been done. We slit the silver to the chantry to save grandfather's body from the burning, and he's buried close by. 3 times around, always turning right. And the spirits will bring him back to us. Now go and don't be afraid. That sounds dubious. Alright, I guess this is the statue they're talking about. So they say what, 3 times around? Oh, just about to say, nothing seems to be happening. We have some sort of undead. Okay, what we got? Enhanced built of spirit resistance. Alright. This does seem to be leading us in the direction we want to go. Oh, did I just waste that on a fennec? Oh. Poor fennec. Did that camp just disappear? Looks like Dorian has a level up. Hold on. We were making you a ice mage. Deep mushroom.
Defense is up ahead. Somebody's ready for a fight.
Well, if they're ready for a fight, maybe we'll give them one. Fate touched iron and Drakestone. Ooh. Oh boy, that's a lot of big guys with big weapons. Do this.
Did your family throw suitors at you?
My uncle did, waves of them, until I broke one's arm. Then there were fewer.
I must admit I never tried that.
It was an accident. Well, mostly an accident.
Alright, what we got? Need to grab up all the loot. And whatever that is, it's still doing stuff. Orders. Letter on a bandit in the hinterlands. The patrol pattern is not negotiable. Upon any encounter resulting in injuries, mark, trail, and withdraw to the villa. We must remain in fighting condition to apply appropriate force and keep refugees clear from the area. Huh. Discovered Hafter's Woods. Alright, which way do we want to go? I think we want to head this way. Hello. Oh, there he is. A rogue? Oh no, he's dead. Okay, actually, I think it's up on top of this hill. Need to see if we can make our way up here. There we are. Get the mage first. Venatori tome. There we go. Another one of these prowlers. Alright, let's search the camp. See if there's anything that we need. No. Alright, so what's this? The Mercenary Fortress. The mercenaries are stirring unrest in the hinterlands. They have occupied an old fort in the woods. Find the Mercenary Fortress. I think that would be the Mercenary Fortress. But I don't think we're going to head there just now. We're going to make our way north. Take flowers to Senna's shrine. Memories of the Grey. Blackwall possesses maps that could chart old warden camps. Hinterlands artifacts. Alright, so we're going to make our way north. And get this camp. At the very least. Alright, I think we're heading the right way. Ooh, what's this? Claim logging stand. We will take that. I think that this we want to do. We don't want to do the other thing until we have Blackwall in the party. Place some flowers. Read. Senna, beloved, may your ashes be gathered by Fallon Din and carried safely after all the long years you carried me. One of these prowlers. There he is. Alright, now I want to head for the camp.
This would be a good place to set up camp.
Chest. Vanguard coat. Schematic. Alright, well let's swap in Blackwall real quick. And he is going to need some points spent. Let's see. Basically, it's going to give you all of this stuff. Now we're going to give you a weapon and shields. And then we're going to go over here, do Memories of the Grey, because we need to have you in the party for that. Pointing us somewhere. Pristine griffin feather.
I appreciate this, Inquisitor.
All right. So, we're going to go ahead. We're probably going to end it here. Maybe we'll head over there. I don't know. We'll decide where we're going to go next when we come back. We might hit up this fortress. Maybe close some rifts. Take care of all this stuff. Just clean it up. And see if we can get to the Exalted Plains. Because it looks like we're going to have to head out there to get those Venatori tomes. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you next time.